Have you ever wondered about the mark of the beast? It's one of the most talked about and honestly, most misunderstood prophecies in the Bible. A lot of people hear that phrase and immediately think of microchips, barcodes, or some new technology they're being forced to accept. But what if I told you the conversation might be deeper than that? What if the mark of the beast is less about a physical object and more about where our ultimate allegiance lies? Today we're going to dive into Revelation chapter 13, but we're going to do it with a goal of understanding, not fear. The goal here isn't to scare you, but to equip you with biblical truth and encourage a healthy, respectful discussion. So let's park the sensationalism at the door and open our Bibles and our minds together. Let's start by reading the key passage. Revelation 13 verses 16 through 18 says, "Also it causes all, both small and great, both rich and poor, both free and slave, to be marked on the right hand or the forehead, so that no one can buy or sell unless he has the mark, that is, the name of the beast or the number of its name." This calls for wisdom. Let the one who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and its number is 6666. Now the first thing to notice is the contrast. The mark is placed on the right hand or the forehead. In Jewish tradition, which is the cultural and religious context of the Apostle John, the author of Revelation, this is incredibly significant. Think about the Shema, a central prayer in Judaism, from Deuteronomy 6. It says, "You shall bind them as a sign on your hand, and they shall be as frontlets between your eyes." This refers to binding God's commandments to your hand and your forehead. The hand represents your actions, what you do. The forehead represents your thoughts, your beliefs, what you think. So binding God's law to your hand and forehead was a symbolic way of saying, my entire life, my thoughts and my actions, is submitted to God. Now, look back at Revelation. The mark of the beast is placed in the exact same spots. This isn't a coincidence. It's a direct counterfeit version of allegiance to God. The mark represents a person whose thoughts and actions are aligned not with God, but with the beast, a symbol for a worldly, godless system that demands total worship and control. So, is it a literal, physical mark? Many people believe so, and that's a valid interpretation. They see our world moving towards a cashless society, with digital IDs and biometrics, and they connect these technologies to the no one can buy or sell aspect. It is easy to see how a system could be set up where participation in the economy requires compliance with a certain ideology, symbolized by a mark. This perspective serves as a powerful warning to be vigilant about technologies that could be used to control people and restrict freedom based on their beliefs. It's a call to be discerning about the systems we participate in. However, there's another perspective that sees the mark as primarily symbolic. In this view, the mark on the forehead is a mind that has adopted the world's anti-God philosophy. The mark on the hand is a life that acts out that philosophy. Buying and selling could be a metaphor for participating and thriving in the world's system. If you don't think and act like the world, you'll be ostracized. You won't be able to get ahead. You'll lose your job. You'll be canceled. You won't be able to buy or sell in the social and economic marketplace of that system. This symbolic view suggests the mark is a spiritual reality that has been present in every generation. It's the choice we all face. Will our lives be marked by allegiance to Christ or by allegiance to the spirit of the age? Will our thoughts and actions reflect the kingdom of God or the kingdom of this world? This perspective doesn't dismiss the possibility of a future literal fulfillment, but it emphasizes the immediate, personal choice of allegiance that every believer in every era must make. Now let's talk about 666. The number has been a source of endless speculation. But in the Bible, numbers often have symbolic meaning. The number 7 is often associated with divine perfection and completeness. God rested on the seventh day. The number 6, being one short of 7, often represents human imperfection, falling short of God's glory. So, 6666 could be seen as man, 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 the ultimate emphasis on humanism, the worship of man and his achievements, completely falling short of the divine perfection of God. It's the ultimate symbol of a system that tries to be God, but is just a flawed, human imitation. The text itself says it's the number of a man. It's not some mystical code. It points to a human-centric system that deifies humanity and defies God. So, where does this leave us with modern technology? While a specific piece of technology today might not be the mark, these discussions are crucial because they force us to ask the right questions. Does this technology push me toward greater dependence on God or on a worldly system? Does my engagement with this platform shape my thoughts to be more like Christ or more like the world? Is my work, my doing for God's glory or my own? The real danger isn't necessarily a chip. It's the slow, subtle compromise. It's adopting the world's values without even realizing it. It's letting our thoughts, our forehead, and our actions, our hand, be marked by the culture around us instead of by Christ. Revelation 14 gives us the beautiful contrast. It describes the 144,000 who have the Father's name written on their foreheads. They are sealed by God. This is the ultimate choice. Are we sealed by God, or are we marked by the world? The point of this prophecy isn't to make us run around identifying the Antichrist or boycotting the latest smartphone. The point is to call us to radical, uncompromising faithfulness to Jesus Christ right now, today. It's a call to examine our own hearts. Where is our allegiance? Do our thoughts honor God? Do our actions reflect His love and righteousness? Are we willing to be ostracized for our faith, to be unable to buy or sell in the world's system because our primary citizenship is in heaven? This isn't about creating division. It's about promoting devotion. Whether you lean towards a literal, symbolic, or blended view, the core message is the same. Stay awake, be discerning, and above all, ensure your life is marked by the love and lordship of Jesus Christ. Let your thoughts and actions be sealed for Him. Thank you so much for joining me in this important conversation. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Let's discuss this with grace and respect for one another. If this video helped you think more deeply about your faith, please consider liking it and subscribing for more content that aims to build up, not tear down. We'll see you in the next one.